ॐ आप्यायन्तु ममाङ्गानि वाक्प्राणश्चक्षुः श्रोत्रमथो बलमिन्द्रियाणि च सर्वाणि सर्वं ब्रह्म उपनिषदम् माहं ब्रह्म निराकुर्याम् मा ब्रह्म निराकरोत् अनिराकरणमस्त्वनिराकरणं मे अस्तु तदात्मनि निरतेय उपनिषत्सु धर्मास्ते मयि सन्तु ते मयि सन्तु। ओम शांति शांति शांति।
Mahopanisad, chapter 5, verse 111, second line. So we have seen that the avidya, which is exalted in terms of Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana, helps to destroy the avidya itself, which is binding in nature, for which a few illustrations were given. What are they? A missile is destroyed by the missile only. Dirt is destroyed with the soap, another dirt only. Poison is counteracted by poison, called poisonous medicine. An enemy is killed by enemy only. Continue.
ईदृशी भूतमायेयं यास्वनाशेन हर्षदा।
Stop. Ya iyam idrishi bhutamaya svanashena harshada ad bhavati. Svanashena harshada bhavati. Ya iyam idrishi bhutamaya. Whatever this type of bhutamaya, Maya, which gives rise to entire Srishti. What is its nature? Svanashena harshada bhavati. Presently, this Maya is harshada or dukkhada. Does it give us sorrows or joy? Of course, sorrows, samsara sorrows. This Maya, which gives us nothing but samsara sorrow, because janma, etc., because of that, jivatva is because of that only. Svanashena, by its own destruction, harshada bhavati, it becomes the one which gives us, bestows on us the Paramananda Swarup. Not that it gives, is a figurative way of telling. Our Swarupa Paramananda gets revealed on the destruction of Maya. So therefore, this Maya, see this Maya, actually you can't understand it, you have to get past. It's only, truly it is not there, it is a postulate only. It once happened in the Satya Sai Baba's University in Puttaparthi. A brilliant college student, very brilliant in the academic studies, etc. Slowly, with that, warden found that his performance is declining slowly. So, of course, it's concerned. A brilliant boy, how is that? He started discussing with what has happened. What happened was, this boy was reading Vedanta, wherein he found everything is mithya. So everything is mithya. Then the studies also are mithya. So studies also mithya. Why should I study? He lost interest in the studies. Warden could find it out. And the warden also was a little knowledgeable person. He also has studied Vedanta. He started arguing with him, started convincing him what it is. Right? Doesn't mean that you should neglect your studies. Whatever he may tell, he is not convinced that studies are, everything is mithya. We should not bother about that. Of course, the warden has no other go than to report to Satya Sai Baba. This is what is happening in this case, this boy. Satya Sai didn't tell much, etc. You should demonstrate to him. This much only he said. You should demonstrate to him to convince that it is not so. Warren has no courage to ask further how to demonstrate. But he got some clue that something needed. This stalemate continued for some more time. One day, the warden noticed that in the morning during the breakfast time, this boy is the first one to go in the counter. So when he had gone there, the warden went near him and very slowly, in a feeble tone, whispered in his ears, this breakfast also is mithya. Studies are mithya, that is, you neglect it, but you are very keen about this breakfast, that is also mithya. The boy understood it. So like this. So we have to get past this. Don't try to, it's going to be told now. Don't bother much about that. It is a stopgap arrangement. See, Brahman is avikari, changeless, advaya. How can there be creation? You can't deny the creation. We experience moment by moment. A postulate is brought because of Maya. Only to show at the end that Maya is not there at all. This in the case context of Mandukya Karikas, we have seen that, what is that? Example of elephants being divided. It is not in the Karikas, but we had seen that example to know the nature of Maya. So therefore, this Maya is what? Swanashena harshada bhavati. It bestows on us the happiness on its destruction. Not that it bestows on its destruction. Our Swarupa gets revealed as it is. Gets revealed as it is. The Harshada. The question is curiosity. This Maya has to be destroyed. What is the nature of this Maya, etc.? Questions come. Let us see now. Continue.
ललक्षते स्वभावोऽस्या वीक्षमाणैव नश्यति नास्तेषा परमार्थेनेति एवं भावनयेद्धया
अस्याः स्वभावः न लक्ष्यते. वीक्षमाणा एव नश्यति. एषा परमार्थेन न अस्ति. एवं इद्धया भावनया. Connected to next verse. What is to be done by such meditation or just thinking or such inquiry is told in the subsequent verse. Asyaha svabhavaha. Nature of such bhutamaya or avidya or maya. Both are synonyms. Nature of this maya na lakshate is not seen at all. Is not seen at all. Vikshamana eva nashyati. Vikshamana. Here Vikshamana means, literally Vikshamana means when seen. Seen in terms of inquired into. When investigated into. When scrutinized, nashyati. The moment you inquire into the nature of Maya, that Maya is not there at all. There is no room for Maya to exist. Vikshamana eva means when inquired into, it just gets destroyed. Again, Esha, this Maya, avidya, bhutamaya, paramarthena nasti, doesn't exist in reality. It doesn't exist in reality. So, with this type of consideration, iti evam, of such type, iddhaya bhavanaya, by meditation kindled like this, or by such thoughts being kindled with the help of such thoughts. Iddhaya means kindled. Having kindled such thoughts means having taken to such inquiry very seriously. What should be done? Continue.
सर्वं ब्रह्मेति यस्यान्तः भावना सा हि मुक्तिदा भेददृष्टिरविद्येयं सर्वथा तां विसर्जयेत्.
इद्धया भावनया यस्य अन्तः भावना सा यस्य अन्तः सर्वं ब्रह्म इति भावना सा हि मुक्तिदा. By such inquiry, yasya antaha, yasya dhyatuhu, of this meditator or one who investigates like this, one who inquires like this. Antaha, in his bosom, antakarna, sarvam brahmeti bhavana. Two types of thinking. One, inquiring the nature of Maya, that it really is not there. On the contrary, sarvam brahma. All that is there is Brahma. By such consideration, by such inquiry in this meditation, sa, that bhavana, that meditation, or that Maya which is inquired into, muktida bhavati. It gives liberation. It gives liberation. Inquire into this Maya, know that truly it is not there, and then know for certain everything is Brahma. So therefore, what is that? And why all this to be done? Because iyam avidya bheda drishti tam sarvatha visarjaye. This avidya, Maya, is a bheda drishti. It inculcates in us the notion of duality. Notion of duality. Bheda drishti. Tam sarvatha visarjaye. So it should be what? Ended by all means. You know, Visarjana, you know? What is this? Sending back. Ganesh Chaturthi. You do worship for 1.5 days. And then what? You send Ganapati back to his abode as well. There's a mantra. Yantu deva gana sarve puja madaya parthivi ishtakama prasiddhartam punaragamanaya cha. Yantu deva gana sarve. O sarve deva gana. All the group host of deities. I had invited you and I have honored you. I have served you now. Now, Yantu, may you please return back to your abode. When Pujam Adaya Parthivi, having accepted whatever worship on Prithvi, earthly worship that I could offer you, having accepted their Parthivi. But very clever man. What for? Ishtakama prasiddhyartham. I offered you for what? For fulfillment of my desire. And also one more clause. What? I will call you next year also. Because no, I am just hinting you. Punaragamanaya cha. Again to return back next year. See, in mantra also what is, how much is it? Meaning is concealed there. So Visarjana, but here, this Visarjana is once forever, not Punaragamanaya. Destruction, ending of Bheda-drishti, the notion of duality, once forever, never to return. That difference is there here. So that is what should be done? First, inquire and discover there is nothing called Maya. Everything is Brahma. And based on this knowledge of non-duality, see, this avidya, which is nothing but Bheda-drishti, duality only, then it casts duality. Sarvatha, by all means, visarjaye, it should be destroyed, ended, never to crop again. Continue.
मुनेनासाद्यते तद्धि पदमक्षयमुच्यते कुतो जातेयमिति ते द्विजमास्तु विचारणा.
Muni add there adhyara yat padam further mayaya. Muni add yat padam mayaya. Continue. Na asadyate. Tadhi akshayam padam uchyate. Akshayam padam uchyate. Dvija ayam iti kutaha jata. Take this. Dvija iyam, don't take iti. Not ayam. Iyam. Dvija iyam kutaha jata. Then take iti vicharana ma astu. Iti vicharana ma astu. Mune Rugu is addressing to Nidaga. O Nidaga, Yat Padam, whatever that abode, whatever that ultimate principle, namely Brahma, Mayaya na asadyate. Asadyate means prapyate. Is not gained by Maya. That pada, that abode, tadhi, akshayam padam uchyate. It is called as what? Akshaya pada. Akshaya pada, which is indestructible in nature. Tadhi padam akshayam uchyate. Dvija iyam kutaha jata. O Brahmana Nidaga, iyam, this Maya or Avidya, kutaha jata, from where it is born, iti te vicharana, te yours, vicharana, inquiry, investigation, ma astu, let it not be there. Means, please don't enter into inquiry as to from where this avidya maya has come. Why? It's just not possible to find out. All that you can do is get past maya and safeguard your interest. So that is now being told. Continue.
Imam katamaham hanmiti esha testu vicharana astam gatayam kshinayam asyam nyasyasi tatpadam.
Aham imam katham hanmi iti esha te vicharana astu. asyam kshinayam, add tatha astam gatayam tat padam nyasyasi, tat padam nyasyasi. Your attitude and approach have to be like this and not as told earlier. Aham imam katham hanmi. How will I be able to end this Maya avidya? How will I destroy this Maya avidya? Iti, thus, esha, of this nature, te vicharana astu. Let your investigation or inquiry be on the lines as to how can I get rid of this Maya? How can I destroy this Maya? Why so? Because asyam kshinayam, when this Maya becomes kshina, weak, feeble, no more overpower us, and thereby astam gataya, when it gets ended, when it gets destroyed, astam gataya, tat padam nyasyasi, you will know that pada. What is that pada? Brahma. You will know Brahma. On ending this Maya avidya, you will know what you are in reality. Paramananda Swarupa Chaitanya, free from sorrow, free from the status of jiva, free from samsara. The question is, how the inquiry has to be taken to? How to investigate the nature, how to investigate the Maya to get rid of it? It should like this. Continue.
Yata esha yatha chaisha yatha nashtetya khanditam tadasya rogashalaya yatnam kuru chikitsane.
Esha yataha yathacha esha yatha nashta iti akhanditam vicharam kuru. We'll see that next afterwards. Inquire on this line. What is that? Esha yataha. That from where this Maya has come. इसका माँ बाप कौन है? From where this Maya has come? Yathacha esha. What is its nature? Yatha akhanditam nashta. And how it is akhanditam, perpetually, never to crop up again. Nashta. Nashta. Totally destroyed. How it is totally destroyed? To be perennially. So this way what? Vicharam kuru. So therefore, You have to put forth the effort on these guidelines. Tad means tasma, therefore. Asyaha rogashalayaha chikitsane yatnam kuru. Therefore, yatnam kuru. Please put forth the efforts. For what? Is asyaha rogashalayaha chikitsane. What is a rogashala? I was a little surprised. Shala. Shala also means abode. This Maya, avidya, which is the abode of which roga? Bhava roga. That is the first roga. Then there are all secondary rogas. Bhava roga means samsara roga. This existence of ours in so-called what is samsara. Tasyaha, asyaha of this Maya. Tat means tasma, therefore. Of this Maya, which is the abode of Bhava roga and all other rogas. Chikitsane, to treat it. Yatnam kuru. Please put forth that. We ask, to which doctor you have to go? To which hospitals you have to go? Simple. Go to Bhavaroga Vaidya. Doctor of Samsara Roga. Who is he? Shrotriya Brahmanishta Guru. Serious case. Where to go? Hospital. What the hospital? The hermitage of such great masters. Gurukulas. Gurukulas run by such great masters. Go there. In the olden days, don't think Gurukulas means we are only for Vedanta. No. Karmakanda, Upasana onwards. With Vedanta also. All. Because that was a part of it. From Paravidya, you can go to Aparavidya. Sorry, other way. From Aparavidya, you can go to Paravidya. So, study of Vedas, Karmakanda, Upasana, etc. are necessary. And thereby you can lead yourself to Paravidya. You see, in the beginning of Yoga Vasishta, we get an episode. A Brahmana had sent his son to Gurukula. And there he found that this Karmakanda binds. By knowledge only, one has to liberate oneself. He returned from the Gurukula. Father saw that he is not taking to Anushtana at all. What are daily karmas you have to do, he is not taking to. He was a little disturbed. One day he asked, my boy, why are you not taking to this? This is what it is. Binding in nature. Why should I take to it? On the contrary, knowledge is such and such thing. Then the father narrates an incident wherein such a thing had happened in the past and how it led to the teaching of Yoga Vasishta. Karmakanda, Aparavidya, including all other academic studies and all these things. And other one, Paravidya, are like the two wings of a bird. A bird cannot fly with one wing, however strong it may be. So also in this world, from apara you have to go to para. Then only vyavahara is possible. This is what our culture. We are not neglecting apara, but in spite of spectacular accomplishment and achievements in apara, one is not contented. Then comes the role of para. Both are necessary, yes. But final level, you just passed apara and be in paravidya only. Tadasyaha rogashalayah chikitsane yatnam kuru. Therefore, put forth industrious efforts to treat this bhavaroga, which is the abode of what? This avidya or maya. Why should it be taken to? What should be accomplished? Listen now. Continue.
Yathaisha janma dukkeshu na bhuyasvam niyokshati swatmani swaparispandaihi spuratyachaischitarnavaha.
Next also. Next line also.
Ekatmakamakhandam tad ityantarbhavyatam drudham.
Yatha esha tvam bhuyaha janma dukkheshu na niyokshati. Yatha esha tvam bhuyaha janma dukkheshu na niyokshati. Swatmani swaparispandaihi. No, take this way. Chidarnavaha achaihi swatmani swaparispandaihi spurati. Tad ekatmakam akhandam antaha dhrudam bhavyatam. Antaha dhrudam bhavyatam. You take to the remedial measures of ending this avidya maya, which is the abode of bhavaroga and all other rogas. Sorrow also is like a sickness only. It's something which is not our nature. Because see, one is never at disease with one's nature. For example, the venom that is there in the cobra is not a problem, it is nature. But for us it is a problem, it's not our nature. One's nature, good, bad, is not a problem, is not something unwanted as far as that entity is concerned. The same thing is can be harmful to others. So like this, see, you take to the remedial measures of ending this avidya or maya, which is the abode of samsara sagara. Yatha, so that Esha, this maya, Tvam, to you, Bhuyaha, again, Janma Dukkheshu na niyokshati. So that this maya will not subject you to the Janma Marana sorrow again. So far you have got subjected to enough. Now put a stop to it. If you don't work now, now means when? Now, when you are wielding this human embodiment, the present human embodiment. If you commit the mistake of not ending this avidya maya in this birth, Bhagwan jane what is in stores for you. We don't know. Only Bhagwan knows. Why? Janma Marana, Janma Marana, Janma Marana will continue. How? Root cause avidya maya is there. It has got enough potential. Infinite potential, not enough. Infinite potential. Unless by force and industrial effort, by inquiring into that, you put a stop to it. You end to it. So therefore, so that it will not again subject you this cycle or repeated cycle of Janma and Marana. So, Janma Dukkheshu. Janma means Dukkha. Marana also comes in. No niyokshati will not subject you. Then what will happen? When you enter that, or now, then how come this present light says Chidarnavaha achai swatmani swaparispandaihi spurati. Truth is that. Truth is this. What is that? Chidarnavaha. Arnava means ocean. Chidarnava, the ocean of Chaitanya and Chaitanya, hello. Chinmaya. Everything is what? Nothing but Chaitanya and Chaitanya, hello. There is not even a wee bit of anything other than Chaitanya. But this Maya, Avidya is such that we see, perceive anything and everything but Chaitanya. That also because of Chaitanya only. Because Maya is inert. Inert cannot do anything. Avidya is inert. It borrows the strength from Chaitanya and projects this samsara and makes us undergo what is called this samsara. Can there be a greater wonder than this? These your 7, 8, 9 wonders of the world are nothing. How many wonders are there? 7, they whatever it may be. They may go on adding also. They are nothing. This is the great wonder. You, who is limitless happiness, no trace of sorrow, living like a beggar, asking for some little joys here and there from the world, where it is not at all. And source of that even Vishaya Bhoga is you only. Can there be greater wonder than this? So, from some corner, this yena kena prakarena, we have to what? Make this buddhi wake up. Don't be complacent. So that what? Discover what you are. Many times people come to Vedanta. They get carried away by the attraction that Vedanta has got. But that also to the extent of some delight, that's all. Not to the extent of directly discovering our Swarupa. What greater pity can be than this? It reminds the remarks of Bhagavat Pujapada Shankaracharya. You know, Pashyannapi cha na pashyati mudha. Pashyannapi, though seeing the glory of the Atma Swarupa, Brahma Swarupa from the Shastra, na pashyati mudha. Mudha, this aviveki, idiot, doesn't see to that I should discover this is my Swarupa. Someone said, Pashyannapi cha na pashyati mudha. Mudha, mudha. Thrice he said, mudha, mudha. Be totally mudha, totally aviveki. This is the case. Don't be complacent about it. It's a great calamitous situation. Having come to Vedanta, don't behave like that saying. Pinda mutsrujya karam ledi. The mother gave a fresh ball of butter to the child. Because at home, there's just the curd and like in the Gokula, gopis were doing big ball, because I don't know the nowadays all these pasteurized butters and packed butter. You should eat fresh butter, good curd. You understand. At least I have eaten the childhood, not this. So there the different method was there, because that much of curd was not there to cure in a big thing. Used to put in a bottle and like this. So he used to run to the mother, 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 I will do that, I will do that. You know why? Afterward, finger in there, no, the butter say, you can lick that butter afterwards. What? Graciously, mother also will give some butter. Pinda mutsrujya karam ledi. Such a great boon that you have come across Vedanta. in such detail. The ball of fresh butter in your hand. And if you throw it in the mud and start licking the palm, how wise you are. So let it not be this. Make full use of Vedanta. Only one obstruction is withholding us to plunge into this. You know what is that obstruction? Should I spell out or give a homework for next week? What is obstruction? I think you must have figured out. One, Vishayasakti. Asakti. Preeti for Vishaya sense pleasures. This is the greatest hurdle in gaining Atma Jnana, because so long as Vishayasakti is there, that person can never hope to have antarmukha. Introvert he can never be. Mind is always extrovert. Extrovert mind can never know the Swarup free from Jagat. That is the word. Or in other words, it can put in the one word. Desires. For 99% of the people who exposed to Vedanta in the present days, okay, not olden days. Olden days they used to test you and then teach it. Nowadays they are thrown open so that people should know what it is there, because they don't know what is the content of it. What utility it has got, they don't know. And they should be made aware of it. Then whether afterward they take or not, it's left to them. 99.9% of the people will feel that how nice Vedanta is. And how better it would have been if only one thing were not there. What is that? Vairagya were not required. When Vairagya, Vishayasakti is there, Vairagya is not possible. So that is why I say, Shastra doesn't tell you to throw the desires. Shastra doesn't tell you to run away from Vishaya sense pleasure. All that Shastra says, Muhuhu, Muhuhu, Vishaya Dosha Darshanam. Repeatedly, what? See the defective nature of sense pleasure. In the childhood, I had heard a story. A father found that the son has got 3 bad habits. 3 bad habits. And what are they? Number 1, he goes to the house of ill-famed woman, prostitute. Number 2, he drinks. Number 3, of course, which may not appear to be something grave mistake nowadays, he goes to chai dukan, tea shop. Olden days, this was considered as something great. this thing. Nowadays it becomes necessity, a different thing, lifestyle is different. Those days where everything is available in the home, why you go to the tea shop? These three. He tried his best to teach or convince the son, look, this is not good. It didn't work. So then one day, father said, look, beta, I told you all these things, but you are not ready to give it down. But please do one thing for me. You do continue with all these things. But one condition, what is that? You go to that woman's house early morning. You go to that tea shop early morning before that time. Not present day hotels with 5-star and all that. Chota sa. You go to drinking, but not to the shop where it is made. Son said, good. He is not interfering with my freedom. He went to the woman's house early morning, rang the bell. She came out, seeing this avatar. She had not even woken up. Hair disheveled, clothes useless, all this. Seeing her in such condition, he got so disgusted that he stopped going to her again. Went to the place where this is what country liquor is made. And all that filth and nonsense, dirt, etc. Seeing that was it. Now remained what? Chai wala, tea shop. He went early morning. The chai wala had just got up and gone to morning ablutions, etc. Not nowadays, olden days. Not self-contained flats. Not even toilet nearby. To go outskirts. And when he went, he was returning. You have to carry a water pot there and some water there. He said, I want tea. Don't worry, I will give you right now. And what he did? He took that water. Which water? Which he had taken for toilet. Some water remaining and made tea. Ayo Rama. So like that, what is saying that? Vishayeshu muhu dosha darshanam. See the defective nature of Vishayas. You will be convinced this is not worth. And that also at the cost of my Paramananda Swarupa and at the cost of inviting calamitous sorrows centered on gross body, subtle body, and causal body, which I am not. See your wisdom now. So therefore, everything problem which hinders us, our Swarupa, is centered on Vishaya Sakti. I am leaving at this point only so that you have got 1 week to think seriously on this. You can take stock of yourself. How many years I have taken to Vedanta? What values in reality I have imbibed? What is going wrong? Where? In spite of this, I am deprived of what my Swarupa is. 1 week homework. Okay. We'll continue.
स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्ताम् न्यायेन मार्गेण महीं महिषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यम् लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु काले वर्षतु पर्जन्यः पृथिवी सस्यशालिनी देशोऽयं क्षोभरहितः ब्राह्मणाः सन्तु निर्भयाः ॐ सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ